So this one's about weather, interestingly enough. Well, maybe not so interesting, but you know, it's not a pickup line you want to hear, but it's nice conversation if you want to make sure you can say something along the way. Specifically for language point 22.1, 怎么样? 怎么样 is a great phrase. It can be just used as how's it going? 怎么样? How are you? How's it going? You can say 还好, I'm okay. Things like that. But specifically with this one, we're doing 怎么样 with a noun, subject and 怎么样. 明天天气怎么样? How's the weather going to be tomorrow? Or 今天天气怎么样? What's the weather like today? 天气 weather. Literally heaven's breath or heaven's energy or the sky energy. 这碗汤怎么样? How's this bowl of soup? 那碗, that one too you could say as well. 那碗, that bowl, 怎么样? How's it? How is it? How's your food? 大华高中怎么样? How is Dahua High School? Somebody's moved high schools. You know, that's what you want to say. 大华高中怎么样? This point here, 22.2, is 有点儿 or 有一点儿, or you could say 有点 or 有一点, and 冷 here. 有点儿, 有一点儿 means a little bit or somewhat, used before an adjective. So where you put it's important. 上午下雨了，有点儿冷。下午 Come on, get this right. 上午下雨了，有点儿冷。It was raining in the morning and was a bit cold this morning. 下雨 literally going down rain or raining. 哥哥衬衫有点长。My older brother's shirt is a bit long. Maybe he's just a bit short. Grow a bit, dude. 今天的功课有点多. A little bit too much homework today. We've got quite a bit of homework today. A little bit too much. Quite a bit, yeah, okay. Maybe a little bit too much. A little bit too much is probably a better translation for this one. But never for Chinese, because you never have too much Chinese homework. You can have never have too much Chinese homework because it's so much fun. 功課 homework. 功課 can also be used for the word work, but for us most commonly used is homework. 22.3 气温也有会越来越低。越来越 These three characters together, more and more something or other, whatever comes next, or less and less. As time goes by, more and more happens of what comes next. 今天开始变天，气温会越来越低。Tomorrow the weather will begin to change and the temperature will get lower and lower. So the D here is the low and the 越来越 increasingly D over time, increasingly lower over time. D for low. 妹妹的个子越来越高了. My younger sister is getting taller and taller. Over time, 越来越高, over time, taller, becoming, and the l there is for the change of state, becoming taller. 我越来越喜欢打篮球. I'm liking basketball more and more as time goes by. So 越来越低, 越来越 something or other is the more things happen over time. Later, we'll use the same phrase as 越 something else. So 越大越好, the bigger the better. 越小越好, the smaller the better. That's another one we're going to use with the same phrase, 越 something, but that's for next time. Language point 22.4, 可能 可能 means might or maybe. Now this is a little bit confusing for us English speakers, because if I say maybe or might, I think there's probably a might probably under 50%, maybe is about 50%, maybe. 会 definitely means will, but 可能 can mean, depending upon the context, maybe, might, or probably. It's to do with possibility, and you can only tell how it's being used by the context. So 明天可能会下雨, it might rain tomorrow. How do you know if that will probably rain tomorrow or might rain tomorrow? There's the problem. So you probably, if you need to know more detail, you probably need to ask more detail, like percentages of rain tomorrow for a weather forecast, which we might do too if we have time. 下雨 is not a new word because we did it last lesson. 今天晚上可能会刮大风. This evening, it might be very windy. In this case, I would think probably is more appropriate. I can't give you a 100% concrete explanation why. 刮风 to be windy. 刮 is to blow. 风 wind. Windy blow, blowy wind. 他可能不会踢足球. He probably can't play soccer. Maybe he doesn't know how to play soccer. I would have translated that one as he probably can't play soccer. 会 here is not will but is able to. Good point to note there. 注意 point to note. 22.5, the last one. Yay! 呢 on the end of a sentence. 我们还没有做功课呢. Ne as an emphasis, not is how about you. So in English, we sometimes use sounds that are just there for the fun of it, don't we? Depending upon who you are, you use them more or less. Chinese is the same. You use sounds in there to emphasize the meaning or give a different type of meaning, just like they do in Japanese. Ne, how about you, Nina? But this one is different. This one is a strong affirmation. 真好吃呢. Oh, so good, tastes so good, really delicious. 今天还很冷呢，多穿点衣服. Today it's still pretty cold. You're better off wearing a few more clothes. It's very cold today as well. Wear more clothes. Imperative, telling you what to do. 冷 for cold. 小猫在晒太阳呢. The little cat or kitten could be as well, is sunbaking right now. That's a case of, oh, look, the little cat's sunbaking. So cute. That's the emphasis, the nut on the end there for that. You try at home on your own. Can you say these things in Chinese now? I certainly hope so. How's the dumplings? How's your dad? It snowed in the afternoon. It's a bit cold. My younger sister's a bit tall. Tomorrow the weather will begin to change. The temperature will get higher and higher. I like to swim more and more. It might be windy the day after tomorrow. It might indeed. The game hasn't started yet. Ne